making a video because you suck at doing that. Like, I won't pretend I'm good at doing that, but I'm better than you are. This is my California shirt. It says California love because I'm an obnoxious Californian who wears this in Chicago. I'm sick, which is unfortunate because school starts in 2 weeks. I'm actually multiple kinds of sick right now. I think I have a cold, which I discussed with you because I was trying to figure out if our house had a thermometer because I wanted to know my temperature. And it turns out our house does not have a thermometer, despite the fact that both my parents are doctors and my sister is trying to train to become a doctor. So I ended up using the meat thermometer, which told me my temperature was 93.6, which I don't think is right. So in conclusion, I'm not meat. So there's the achy and the stuffy and the blowing nose and all the pain, yeah. But also, I'm pretty sure something is wrong with my stomach. For like a really long time now, like we're talking like back in the spring, I've been having like nausea and cramps and just like general stomach aches, and they've gotten worse, and that's not good. So I went to the doctor, and they got blood tests, and urine tests, and did an ultrasound, which was a very odd experience, but everything came back normal. So who knows what that's all about. Fun fact, though, you know in the movies, whenever someone gets an ultrasound, they're like, oh god, that's cold, about, the jelly. Turns out that Kaiser Permanente, Walnut Creek, heats their jelly. So this woman, was like, I'm gonna put some jelly on you, and I'm like, alright, bracing myself. And then she puts it on, and I'm like, that's hot! So that was a thing that happened. School's starting soon. And, I'm excited to see my friends and go to Chicago and live with my friends and all of that. Not so excited for homework. I'm even kind of excited for my classes, just not the homework part. And I just don't want to go into stress depressed mode, because I always do that, and it's awful, and I don't want to do that. So now, of course, I'm just anxious because I'm convinced I'm going to do that. I've been editing my sister's medical school essays, which is weird because I'm 5 years younger than her. She's 25 and I'm 20. But she's having me edit all her essays because I'm a nice person and willing to do it, and I guess she thinks I'm good at it. And she's kind of not a great writer. Sometimes she just writes something, and I'm reading it back later, and I'm like, what? Where was your brain? Did it go away? And one of them she wrote on the airplane when we were flying back from Scandinavia. Oh, I went to Scandinavia. But so she was really jet lagged, so I really think her brain had gone away at this point because her sentences just weren't sentences. So yeah, I went to Scandinavia, and that was really cool. I highly recommend it. It's a great area. I went to Norway, and then Finland, and then Estonia, and then Sweden, and then Denmark, in that order, which was very fun. I really like Stockholm. I don't know, I think from, reading The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo books, you think of it as this, horribly depressing industrial city, but it's actually really pretty. We went to the fjord in Norway, and that was freaking gorgeous. There's these giant cliffs on the side, and then this little fjord, and you're, cruising around in it, and then you see, random houses, and you're like, how do you live out there? And it turns out that, there aren't any roads to those houses, so people just, walk. Up cliffs. I don't know. Do not, however, go there if you're looking for budget travel. It is not a cheap area. Very expensive. They're not on the euro, and that was very much on purpose because they realized that their currency was way better exchange rate than the euro. So there was $8 cups of coffee that were this big, and I was like, that's a lot of money. So there's certain stores they have there that just are all over the place, and it's very odd because these stores include 7-Eleven everywhere, which is weird, except it's actually a lot nicer than our 7-Elevens. It serves nice coffee and tea and stuff, and also still Slurpees, so that's good. TGI Fridays, don't know why. Really crappy pizza places, Pete's Pizza, that looks really awful. I never knew Scandinavia was big on pizza. Apparently, it is. IKEA, which should surprise no one, and H&M. They have so many H&Ms, I cannot even begin to explain this to you. It's H&M across the street, H&M walk down the block, H&M 2 other blocks away. H&M, like, I don't know how they all stay in business. There are so many H&Ms. My theory is just that it's the only affordable clothing store in all of Scandinavia, so you gotta have a lot of them. Toby has decided to join us. What do you have to say for yourself? He's not much of a talker. He's the strong and silent type. Tall, dark, and handsome. Yeah, yes, that's you. So in summary, I'm sick, Scandinavia's lovely, I'm not really thrilled about going back to school, and that's a Toby. TFTBA.